Welcome back to Mind Coliseum. Okay, so we're gonna speak about success and failure and how if you are someone who thinks that you're gonna get successful, you're gonna be successful just like that, chances are you expect failure to be just like that as well. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, since you expect things to come quick and for you to feel successful or to be successful, chances are you're someone who you won't know that you're failing even when you are, because you expect failure to also be quick. So you're gaining what, maybe 5 to 10 pounds every 4 months over the next 10 years, right? You don't notice, right? Because maybe you're someone who you expect failure to be quick, therefore you expect to be, it sounds silly, but you expect to be fat quick as well, or to be unhealthy quick. No, it's going to be slow too. All right, failure can creep up on you, and the problem is not the failure because it happens. The problem is not even knowing about it so you can actually do something about it, so you can do your best to fix it and get back to where you really want to be at. So take the you know the thought of failure being something quick, take it out of your mind. Like, you don't need to see someone homeless, right, before you know they failed, because they were failing way before they became homeless. Does that make sense? You don't need to see someone fat and be like, oh yeah, they're a failure. They were a failure long before they were fat. Okay? You don't need to see someone broke. They were a failure long before they were broke. And of course, there are certain exceptions that leads people to being like those things I've explained. Life is cruel sometimes and shit happens. We're not talking about those exceptions, okay? Because you don't know what drastic thing happened to them that they genuinely just couldn't get out of, But we're not talking about those things. Those are exceptions. We're talking about the rule, meaning the general things, the usual things that happen, not something great and exceptional, like that leads to them being like that. We're talking about you're living a regular life and you have allowed little failures to creep up on you, and they became a big failure. It resulted in you being the big failure that you are today. And the person you're gonna be in maybe 5 to 10 years is who you are today. And that's true. That's true. Because your habits, if you continue on this path of doing the same thing over and over again, good or bad, it will result in who you become in the future, 5 to 10 years time. So for all you know, the success or failure that you will be in the future, which could be 4 weeks from now, has probably already started. It had probably started already, like last week. So who you're gonna be in a month started last week. Like, you need to understand, okay? See, it's not about getting there, it's about maintaining it, right? People that are fat now and they're not happy with it, right? And it's not like, the problem isn't that they're there. The problem is that they're staying there. You understand what I mean? Like, the problem isn't that you're there, the problem is that you're staying there. And again, I'm gonna link this to being careful of how you approach life. Because if you have the mindset, that, success or failure have to be dramatic like a Hollywood fucking movie, things will creep up on you, right? Nobody minds when success creeps up on you, but it's not really creeping up on you because you just maybe weren't fully aware that you were doing the right things. But we're more concerned about the failures so that we can transform ourselves to be successful, you know? So you might find yourself, right, in 30, 40 years time, and you don't have a family, for example, no kids, no wife or husband, you don't have a family. If that's your choice, that's fine. But if it's not your choice, then you're in deep doo-doo. Yeah. And things creep up on you. Things creep up on you and you don't fucking realize. Like, you don't know how easy it is to just live day to day without a care in the world and not be super aware of the tiny things that you're doing that lead to the big things in the future. And you may not be happy about those things. You know? You could be someone who, let's say you look after your relatives' children. You know, you're one of those people. Yeah, I don't like kids, but hey, I like your kids, you know. My relatives' children, they're good people, you know. Yeah, I like them. I look after them, I babysit them, but I don't want any of my own. I don't want any of my own. Maybe you're that type of person, right? 30, 40, 50 years time, you're without a family of your own because you just let things creep up on you. You let other people become a priority in your life. You know what I'm saying? You focused on other people, you know? You looked after their children, you babysat them. You're the uncle or the auntie. But in the future, now you're regretting not putting time into making your own family, starting your own family. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that person. And I promise you, you probably didn't realize all of it. Things just crept up on you because you're just living life day to day without a fucking care in the world. You know? And guess what? The people whose children that you're looking after and you're taking care of, you know, I'll tell you something. You think they're gonna ever tell you and say, hey, stop taking them off me so that I can relax and have a nice day and they stress you out instead? You think they're gonna tell you that? Fuck no. No. Like, it's not, you can call it selfish, but you're offering to help them. Why would they refuse? And then you become the person without a family in the future. It's literally that simple. Little things add up to the big things for real. You you might you don't you might not want to be a career person, right? You might want to be a career person, or so you think, right? You're so focused on building the people around you, you don't focus on building yourself. Yeah, you think they're gonna tell you, hey, stop helping me with my career, go focus on your own? Fuck no. Are you high? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? And in 20, 30 years time, you've got nothing because you spent time on them and only them. The problem isn't spending time on them, the problem is spending time on only them. You know, majority of the time should be spent on yourself, because if you don't fucking do it, who the fuck is gonna do it? Nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Like, things can creep up. You ever heard people say, I don't know how I got here, you know, I just woke up one day and I realized my life is shit, I'm not happy. It was a long time coming. This has been happening for 5, 10, 15 years probably. Probably 15 years. It's been happening for a long time. You didn't just get here. That's why it's good to move through life with as much awareness as possible. Yeah. That way, if something's going great, you keep doing it. If something's going bad, you stop doing it. Or you do it less. Right? Depending on the situation. You understand what I'm saying? If it's going great, you keep doing it. If it's not, you pull back or you just stop it completely. It's good to be aware. You need to take full inventory of your life. Organize that shit in your mind. Write that shit down and understand where you want to be. And understand if you are where you want to be right now or if it's going to take a while for you to get there. Because I promise you, just as you've heard so many times, right? The little actions add up to the big things. It adds up to your future. See, a lot of things, that people hear is one of them is like, you gotta start now, you gotta start now. Motherfucker, you already started. You just don't know that shit. Whether it's good or bad, you already started. Oh, you gotta start now. No, 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 no. You gotta see. No, listen. I want you to know this. Everybody's always moving. So you're either moving in the right direction or in the wrong direction, but you're always moving. You know that thing about, oh, get up and start, change your life, start today? You already started. You probably have been to the gym before. You probably went like, what, 4 months ago? You did start. You just didn't carry on. So it's not about get off your fat ass and start today. No, motherfucker, you already started 4 months ago. You just didn't carry on. And now, you're still fat. Yeah. You just didn't carry on. You're thinking, I've started eating shit today, right? That's what you're thinking. Oh yeah, I ate like, I don't know, 4 burgers. Yeah, that was so bad. No, 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 no. You started this years ago as well. You're just continuing it. See, the start of your life is not now. I'm not gonna motivate you or encourage you to start now. No, motherfucker, you already started. The question is, do you want to keep going or do you want to change course? If you want to keep going and you're happy with where you're going, motherfucker, go ahead. If you're not happy, then change course. Man, I'm not saying it's easy. It's simple to understand, but it's not easy to execute. You have to try it though. You have to try it. Okay? We're not starting no bullshit. I'm not telling you start. The rest of your life begins today. Fuck no. It already started the day you were fucking born. The question is, do you want to carry on that direction or do you want to change direction to where you really want to go? Okay? If where you are is not where you want to go. Okay? Stay blessed.